Hello, welcome back to Coldborough Farm, and today we're going to be doing our maize harvest. We're going to be silaging and we're going to be bringing it all here. I have managed to get enough money for the harvester. I'm just selling our final trailer load for the header, and then we'll be putting it on an auto combine, and both me and Chainsaw 100 will be following it, and we'll be bringing it all here to put in our clamp. So I think because it's going to be quite a full-on operation, we won't be able to sort of compact it while we're doing it, unless we do have enough time. I'm not sure exactly how long it's going to take to fill the trailer, but we'll see. And I'm driving the JCB and the Flegel, but Chainsaw 100 is going to be driving the, well, probably Case or New Holland, totally up to him, with the Marshall trailer. Now I know the Marshall trailer is not ideal, it's not the right trailer for this, but I've got this one, which is, and I can't afford any more, so we're just going to have to use what we've got. So I'm assuming he's going to be bringing the harvester to the field. I'm not sure which one we're doing first, but as it's rented, oh yeah, there it is, just over there in our grass field. Right, so here we are in the field, and I've just bought the header. I can now afford it, and we'll just be getting this ready, and then we'll be going over to the field to begin our big maize harvest. Really been looking forward to this for a few weeks. I'll just quickly put the trailer on, the case for him, and I think it needs a wash. This tractor is dirty. Looks like we're starting with this field then. Right then, so just a quick wash, just to make it look a bit cleaner. I always get quite a lot of comments saying clean your tractors when I don't do it. It wasn't that long ago since I did it though. Anyway, that's better. Good. I'm not driving this one though. Hopefully this is all going to work. So we'll get this thing going. Headlands first. Might have to, yeah, we'll have to just reposition that. Okay, so that's working. Good. Missed a little bit. I will tidy up. It's just setting up, which makes me miss a few bits. And then I can follow closely behind. Once the headlands are done, that should eliminate any collision troubles, because it shouldn't reverse into anything once the headlands are off. So we'll see. And looking at the rate this is filling, we're not even going to be able to keep up with 2 trailers. But this is a bigger trailer. Yeah, it does look a bit weird doing it with Marshall. It's not ideal. If I was doing this on Woodside, you would never see that Marshall trailer anywhere near that forager, because we'd have more money. It's just because I'm playing on hard, challenging, and to do it with 2 people, someone is going to have that trailer. But this is the main trailer. We really need to set up the speed. Not sure exactly what speed it does. Well, it's done that without crashing, so that's looking good for the rest of the field. Looking very promising. Good. Yep, and because we've got the headland here, the grass margin, perfect for travelling alongside. Well, at this rate, I'm hoping chainsaw will be back in time. It should be. Keep getting in the way of it. I need to keep over more. Yeah, this is the trouble part. Just get in the way again. And here he is, he's back. So it looks like you can do it with 2 tractors. I'm almost ready to go, I'm almost full. And that's us done. So off to the biogas power plant. This feels heavy, really heavy. This is when the trouble will come though, because before when chainsaw was going, this was this trailer filling up, which is considerably larger. His trailer will be much quicker to fill, so there is still going to be some downtime. Hopefully it won't be too much. But it is handy having our drop-off place here much closer, which is one of the main reasons why I put maize in those fields. It would have been ridiculous putting it the other side of the map, that would be crazy. And I suppose every time I drive over, that is compacting it a bit more. Yeah, compacting 63%, so it will need doing again. If I spread this out evenly. It's filling up though. Before it was on 2%, already on 8%. Not bad. So how we're doing, let's have a look here. On the map. I stood alongside, so if I can get back in time that would be brilliant. This tractor needs a wash now as well. Probably should have done this field first really, because then it'd be easier to get up to the other field. I don't have to keep going around the margin. Yeah, looks like we're back in time. Can't imagine it's too far off being full. Oh, there we go. Perfect. This is working well. Now headland number 1's gone. It shouldn't do any more crashing. It did crash once, I think. I didn't record that, but it did mess up down the bottom there, so that was expected really on the first headland. I mean, this trailer isn't that big really compared to some. it's still at quite a large capacity. Be really handy if it can start to recognise the turns instead of reversing every time. This is definitely the best way of doing it though, instead of having a human driving the harvester, because there'd be so much waiting time if it was just me with the trailer. It'd be ridiculous. And he's back again. This is working a lot better than I thought it would, and this is the furthest field as well. The other one is much closer. And that's us again. We're going to unload number 2. It is really hard pulling up here. Really heavy. Fun negotiating that tree as well. But the auto combine is actually really good. Really good at not crashing into stuff too much. It has its moments, but I think every mod does really. It seems to be a pretty good one overall. Let's see if we can compact this a bit more as well as filling it up. I mean, realistically we should have another JCB or something on here compacting it down while the tractors and trailers come in and unload, but we can't really do that. There just isn't the time. But I will compact it still later on. Ooh, now we're both going to meet here. That trailer load filled up a lot quicker, or maybe I was just slower. Now, this is what cost me money, having it just sat there, a worker sitting there without it moving. If the wheels aren't turning, it isn't earning. Got to keep them moving. I need to adjust my G27 steering wheel again. If you have it like a little bit too sensitive, you get the turning. It does like a clunk. It say you can do little adjustments to your steering without doing a big adjustment, but it gets a bit annoying in Farming Simulator, so I need to adjust it and probably drop the spring, the return spring, really, because it's a bit too much. The self-centering. Starting to go a bit too quick for it. And I can't decide which trailer to go for. I better just go. Mess that up. I think it does about 5 to 6 miles per hour. Obviously less when it's going uphill. so I have to not go up to 7 again. I love this speed tractor. And another load. I've just adjusted my steering wheel, so it should be much better. Before, you could hear a clunking sound, so that should have gone. It's quite a lot of the field done already. It looks like chainsaw has adjusted it to go up and down the field, which is a good idea. That should save a lot of time turning around, and also much easier and much more realistic. Despite this costing us a fair bit in rentals, workers, in the long run we're going to make a lot out of this, because I believe the silage, which you clamp down over at the biogas plant, is worth a small fortune. At least it is, looking at the information page. It is very expensive per tonne. So although it's going to take a long time and it does need to ferment and all that, it's going to be really good. And we're full. And it looks like this field is almost complete. I'm not sure if chainsaw's full. Yeah, I think. Well, I'm not sure actually. No, not yet. Can't be far off. And then we'll be moving on to the next field. Okay, so I'll just finish up there, bit at the top, and then on to the next field. Right, we need to make a good start on this one as well. Like I said before, the tree negotiating will be quite interesting, but we need to go and get our JCB. And then we can set that off on a worker again and get that field done. Now that is quite a lot bigger actually, number 7, much bigger than field number 8. Also a more awkward shape. So first of all we want a circle. Now I might need to adjust the active side. Seems to be a bit of an issue here. Yep, it's left for here I think. There we go. So we'll get this field done as well, and then I'm really looking forward to seeing how full that clamp is going to be at the end of all this. Ooh, the overseed rape's ready. Oh, blocking its path again. It's really narrow. It almost did that one without crashing. Hopefully 100% when it gets to the gate as well. I think I'll have to go anyway because I am virtually full. And my turn again. Right, let's give it enough space to manoeuvre. Might have crashed. It's trying to correct itself. But I think it'd be much easier if I just correct it myself. This is really steep. Now this clamp is almost getting too big to drive over with the trailer on. In fact, I probably shouldn't have gone at that time. Yeah, next time I'll have to reverse up to it and then empty it that way. But it is now 34% complete. That is pretty decent, considering a whole field before I could only fill it 2%. So I'm just going to keep continuing with this field, and then hopefully we'll be able to get it over 50% full. That would be amazing. Right, so as you can see, we're doing pretty well. We're now going up and down the field, and I've almost got another full load. I do need to go and get the loader though, because ideally it does need clamping. Definitely. Because it's getting really big, and then if I leave it as it is, then it'd be really difficult to get the loader over it. So it's probably a good idea if I go and do that. We'll just fill this one up, I'll empty it, bring it back, and then I'll probably go and get the loader. Okay. Oh, it looks like chainsaw's already gone. So I won't have to do it. Here he comes. JCB loader. It does look really steep, that. We should have done that from the beginning. A good view here. That's all very fun, but we need to get back to the harvester. Probably take it in turns, I think. If we just do compact it every time we bring a load, that's probably the quickest and easiest way of doing it. I've also had time to clean the tractor. It looks much better now. Much cleaner. It is very slow at turning around at the end though. I don't know if you can speed that up. He's still going. Must really need a lot of compacting. So as I fill more in, it's going to need compacting again, but now I will do that. Really steep. And when we're done, we'll be able to blanket it all over. Oh, and we're on 52% now. And we haven't even finished the field. So we've got a lot out of this so far. A lot. And finally, we have got 100%. But that will all need doing again when the next trailer comes in. Which is now, so I better get out of the way. Right, so we're now on the final little bit, not too much left. And all this and all the other field, I think that's quite a good day's work. It's starting to go a bit dusk now. Hopefully we won't be finishing in the dark. But clamping the silage every time we go and empty a load seems to work really well. Not taking too long. And now chainsaw's taken over the driving. Probably a good thing, because the turning speed on that thing is really slow when it's on a worker. This should speed it all up. Okay, that's that one full, so I'll now jump into the case and we'll just finish this one off as well. Hopefully he's going to wait for me, not just empty it on the floor. Good. Wow, you can feel the power difference when you go from the fast track into this. That'd be really good if it does all fit into this trailer. There isn't much there. Well, it doesn't look like it's all going to fit in there. It's going to leave a frustrating amount. We've only got this little triangle shape here, cheese wedge, and we're on 92% full, so we have to unfortunately going to empty one of these and then come back again. Yep, it's left that amount, so we just have to go and empty it and come back again and then go back and empty again. and here we are for the final bit. And there it goes. Field number 2 finished. So now we've just got to clear away, blanket the clamp over, and then when we return to Coldborough Farm next week, depending on what speed I have the time on, we may well be able to sell this. But yeah, the harvest is rented, so that would just sit around, and then if we do need it again, which we probably won't within the 24-hour period in the game, then we can use it. But I think really it was just for today's video, just for today's work. But we can always get it back in the future if we need it. But I think really my main silaging map is going to be Woodside, but it is really nice to do it on this map. So that is that trailer. This can now go back to the yard, and then there is the fast track which needs to be emptied, and then it needs to be clamped, and then that is our work done. And that can stay there until we need it again. Now for the loader, there's probably quite a bit of clamping to do here. Yeah, 87%, that's going to take a while, considering the fill level. It does take a while to compact when you've got so much in there. So I'll just keep going backwards and forwards until it's all done. The bigger JCB would have been better, but we just cannot afford it. No way can we afford that, and it'd be ridiculous to rent it for just this. So this will be okay. It does the job. Almost there. I think this will be the biggest silage clamp I've covered. There it goes. We'll take this back later on. But we're ready to cover it over. So there we have it, and that is a lot of money. So eventually, when we have sold all of that, we should have enough money to buy pretty much anything. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. A little bit longer video than normal. So yeah, thanks for watching, and bye for now.